IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm at Wembley today for the final press conference of Chris Eubank Jr. versus Arthur Abraham. With me, I've got the legend himself, Ambrose Mendy. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks.
Dapper as always, from top to toe. How are you feeling?
Yeah, really good, really good. Great atmosphere. There's so much going on. There's a celebration, I think, of Formula One and some concert. It looks like a wonderful day, that's for sure.
It is a wonderful day. Final press conference, the weigh-in and then fight night is all to come now.
Correct.
A good fight against Chris Eubank Jr. versus Arthur Abraham. What do you make of it?
Well, as Junior says himself, quite rightly, this is the hardest fight of his life. And he need be under any illusions whatsoever. It's the hardest fight of his life. He's going to be hitting somebody with speed and power, and they're not going anywhere. And of course we know what Abraham does, his party pieces to come back in the influential last 30 seconds of a round. Well, Eubank can box, as we saw in his championship winning performance. He can box, 180 seconds per round, and that's going to make a telling difference, in my opinion.
Do you think that age might play a part? Obviously, Arthur Abraham is getting on a bit now in boxing age terms. Well,
if it is, I mean, the guy was world middleweight champion, 10 world middleweight championship fight. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Stepped up to super middleweight, as has been said in the press conference. The very best fighters in the world are the people that he's succumbed to. But it's still in there, and he for the first 6, 7, 8 rounds is going to be the best Arthur Abraham has been. We'll see what happens after that.
Elsewhere on the card, there's a good little domestic sort of UK bash-up between Martin J. Ward and Anthony Kakasi. Apparently they say his name now, didn't
yeah.
I was only read this earlier. What do you think of that one?
I come from East London. I know who Ward is, obviously, yeah. and he excites a lot of people. And it's a fight I'm really looking forward to. You heard the verbals going backwards and forwards, and it's a great fight to have on the bill. That's for sure.
Obviously, he could win it outright, the Lonsdale belt, which most people do want to do. What sort of honour? How high is that honour in boxing terms, British-wise?
To me, it's the most distinguished honour in the world, of boxing. To be able to win a belt outright is something exceptional. When you figure fighters like Eubank Senior, like Nigel Benn, never had that belt wrapped around their waist. It's a travesty, and yet it remains something that once upon a time, if you were a British champion, you'd look to be in the world top 50. If you became European champion, Commonwealth champion, you could creep into the top 10. Nowadays, of course, things can work much more quickly. Somebody sees a tape and thinks, yeah, risk reward, that'll do for me. And a fighter's elevated in world championship status. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Ward. He wins this, he's done the right thing, he's stayed at a level for a reason. Who's to say where he's going to go next?
Obviously tomorrow, just over there, just down there, McGregor versus Mayweather will come head to head for their London tour press conference. Have you seen anything of the tour so far? Yeah, I've seen loads.
I used to be the king of hype. I looked at things, I was telling future truths, I wasn't telling lies, but in predictions. But one thing's for sure, I don't know that fight's got 360 seconds in it. I really don't.
Would you make of it as a boxing match?
Well, I'd be surprised if it goes into the second round. You're going to try to put something on the most defensive fighter I ever saw in my whole life. And when you think of the people, Shane Mosley succeeded once in the entire duration of the fight in stunning him. Medina, we're picking these little oddities. Manny Pacquiao didn't do it once. Did not do it once. So, and Canelo, we start realising just how good Mayweather is. And with regards to McGregor, with the greatest respect in the world, because fighters are warriors and we must all salute them, he doesn't know what he's let himself in for.
He's let himself in for about $86 million, what he's done.
I remember Joe Frazier thinking that his son Marvis could beat Mike Tyson. And of course, no chance. Well, no chance.
It is what it is. It's exciting. It's exciting. It's making people that don't usually watch boxing watch boxing.
Javante Davis is fighting on as chief support, so he's going to be. I'd go just to watch that kid fight.
How good is he?
He can be everything. He can be everything in boxing, and if we go back, he can be Aaron Pryor. It was Mr. Perpetual Motion, Henry Hank Armstrong. From another era. That boy can be just anything he wants to be. And he looks like a choir boy.
Yeah.
So
he's got to stay grounded.
Yeah, he's got to. And then Badou Jack, of course, you're talking about that. It's the bill. Badou Jack is now going to come out at light heavyweight. We don't know. We could be seeing something very special with him. Who knows? So if you ask me the question, as people often do, will I be going to watch that fight? The answer is yes. I'm going out there.
For the undercard?
Well, no, I'm going out for everything, because we're all in the learning process. If you're going to go anywhere in this business, you've got to have people who set benchmarks. So we can expect Mayweather, win or lose, to retire and stay retired. Somebody else is going to pick the baton up and they go on from there. It's the age that we live in, bringing us full circle back to Eubank Jr. He succeeds tomorrow. He knows what he's fighting for. He mentioned the Super 8 series, and that of itself promises to take boxing in an area that it's not been to before. All participants instantly become millionaires. Instantly become millionaires. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. So again, risk reward. The rewards are really, really high. The risks are quantifiable. And look, it's our industry. It's sport. It's football. This is where we want to be.
Right, well, listen, exciting times ahead for